There's the season's first iris. They're not native, but they are my favorite, and I grew up thinking iris were supposed to all be purple, so this one's perfect. It's also small. A lot of my iris blooms are 2 to 3 times that big in their flower heads, but the side effect of that is they usually fall over, and these ones usually stay upright, so it's a trade-off. Look at that weather. Look at how beautiful. There's the sun coming up. Ooh. Look at that, that's so cool. So, yeah, the columbine is in full bloom over here too. We've got some Siberian iris wanting to open up. Oh, I'm in my bare feet, so I'm real slow today. They hang like this. These are the oriental type. They are not the native type, but I didn't know that until afterwards. They're still pretty. Probably still gonna keep them. They're also edible, columbine are. These got a real good watering today because it basically like rained all day. Up here, the elderberry are getting ready. Boink. I've never had elderberry flower fritters. I'd be interested in trying them one of these times if I have the right kind of flower. A lot of people probably don't know that I have celiac disease, so I'd have to get creative on how to handle it. I hear a lot of highway noise. I have to admit, I have come to really appreciate the highway noise. It's coming from down there. And the reason I've come to really appreciate the highway noise is that it gives me a sense of privacy in a very close space. Like, I know my neighbors can't hear me. Even though we're really close by, they can probably hear me better inside my house than they can when I'm near the highway edge of our cliff. Fascinating to think about. I also noticed that I think I have 2 different types of ash over here, but that might be for a different video. Yeah, we'll go look. Here we go. That's an ash tree. No, it's not poison ivy. Because look, it's an entire stump right there. They'll eventually have 7 leaves. I cut it when it was taller than me last year, so it's just restarting from the stump. Ash is prone to doing that if it hasn't been completely killed by like the ash borer beetle or whatever. And then I got this kind over here, which is also restarting from a stump, but isn't that dark. So I do think that this is black ash. Oops, my shadow's in the wrong spot. There we go. And that's probably some different kind of ash, I don't know. But the same kind probably as is inside this ball of weeds here. Yeah. So, I also don't know what this is yet, but I pulled it out of my Saskatoon patch. Wait, wrong word, sunchoke patch, about a week ago. I know it doesn't belong there. It's a whole tree. I've got some new nursery transplants having serious soaks. That's the hardest part, is getting something started and then discovering you've accidentally done so during a dry spell. I did a couple of the ends of the suckers off of the Saskatoons in the back, and then they immediately started shriveling up. So I had to pull them out of their placements that I gave them and give them another really deep soak. But those are also picky about not getting too wet, so it's taking turns leaving things dunked. Got new elderberries getting started. Those love the water. They probably wouldn't care if they stayed in there all the time. Also, yes, that's standing water. But if I leave it closed most of the time, The sun cooks it. It's basically a solar oven, and it smells fresh all the time. It's wild like that. I actually recommend using old coolers that don't have drainage like that. Been doing that 3 years now. Most intensively this year out of all of them. Started letting the asparagus grow up, and I've also been watching for asparagus beetle eggs, which looks like little black spikes, and they're usually on these little covers, like right here. But I've been so good at keeping up with them that I don't think we're going to find any. Oh, here we go. Well, let's get the lighting situation correct. And then the focal distance. It's here. So let's get the shadows out of the way. There we go. See those little black spikes? There you can see them. That's asparagus beetle. I just wipe them off and squish them. Those are, well, these are tucked in real good. I may end up having to take this little piece off, but, oops, out of view for a second. But basically I'm just rubbing them off, squishing them, rubbing them between my fingers so that the eggs won't hatch. Oops, see, there's who laid the egg. Gonna squish them, because there is no positive to these guys. Okay, that's one dead bug. So that's how I keep after my asparagus beetles, and to give the plant enough strength to battle them, I've reduced my harvests and let a lot more of them go up. At the tip right there. See? I'm going to knock them into my hand, because their way of getting away is to fall real quick. So that's why I'm cupping the plant like that. And then I got to go back through and check, especially one that I've seen an asparagus beetle on. Check it over for eggs. So, yeah, that's how we handle that. Looks like I could spend a while like this. And then here's some eggs right on the side of this. And there's another one right here. Oh, that one got away. But at least it's off the plant again. Yeah, so I try to avoid having to do even the organic broad spectrum sprinkles. I'd rather kill what I need to kill. But looks like these buggers are getting... Yeah, I saw 6 drop just when I put my hand near here. Oh my goodness, yeah, we gotta come through with an organic spray and save the asparagus. That's not good. Look at this, look at all the eggs. Here, and here, and there's another beetle right in there. Ugh. I could spend a whole video on this. Ugh, goodness. Yeah, so other than asparagus beetles, things are doing really good out here. Let's see if we can avoid dog barkage. We'll see. Serviceberries, saskatoons, juneberries, all a name for the same plant. We got a little bit of a web right there, but they're all developing very well. They're going to live up to their juneberry name for sure. cherries. There are fewer developed cherries than I thought they were going to be based on the number of blooms, and I'm willing to bet those couple of 20-degree nights are the reason. Just like the reason for this being black and nasty looking. That's my hardy kiwi. Same reason. The apples did great. They didn't even need covered. I covered them, but the parts that I didn't cover are just as well off as the parts that I did. Same thing with the strawberries and the raspberries. They didn't need covered. So that's how everything's doing out here. Hope you're having a good one. I'm gonna next video I upload is, I think I am gonna trim the quail wings maybe even tonight. I have had to be cleaning them off camera because setting up to film just to clean them when I have to do that every single day is just way too much. And besides, that's just redundant content. You've seen me clean the cage twice now, so I'll end up restating that little bit at the beginning of the quail video when I do trim their wings. Just feathers, no harm. It's like a haircut for them, but it stops them being able to fly as well. And yeah, so we'll talk about that soon. I would love it if you could subscribe or hit the like button. Give me a comment. If you got questions about any of this and what to do about any of the plants that I have, how I care for them, or, if you're in the region and are interested in anything I got up in a pot, let me know. And, yeah. It's the end of May 22nd, 2020. And I've been super busy in quarantine here, so I hope everyone's doing okay out there, staying safe, healthy. I hope you have enough resources to keep yourself going. It's been tough times for everybody, I know. I'm extremely blessed. Honestly, keeping myself too busy to think about it. So, and that's intentional. Oh, there's a rabbit down there. Oh, that's a fast-moving rabbit. The rabbit's gone now. We have so many rabbits this year. All right, take care. Bye.